So I was just talking about epigenetics this morning with my 17-year-old daughter, whose birth sister has twin 2-year-olds, and she thinks one of them might be autistic. And so we were talking about gene expression. So I found it interesting that epigenetics can change over time. So it comes from the children's experiences and the expression of their genes, whereas their DNA doesn't change, their epigenetics can. So that really means that how they used to think that genes were set in stone, that genes couldn't change, that has actually been disproven. So with nature versus nurture, it's no longer a debate. It's actually both. It's both nature and nurture. So during development, the DNA that makes up our genes accumulates chemical markers based on experiences, or it could be a traumatic situation, and that collection of those chemical marks is known as the epigenome. So the different expressions that children have are how those chemical marks are rearranged. So that explains why identical twins can exhibit different personality traits or behaviors or skills or health. Just even though they have the same DNA and genetic makeup, that they can exhibit different epigenome. Okay, think of the following sentence. A woman without her man is nothing. And think of it this way. A woman without her man is nothing. So the same sentence, but it's paired differently and has a different meaning. So that's kind of what epigenetics is that it just reorganizes the genes that are there and puts emphasis in one area versus another. So you've heard the phrase, you are what you eat. Well, you're also what your mother, your grandmother, your father, your grandfather ate, which is crazy. So with my faith background, I find it interesting that even though the Bible predates some of these scientific discoveries, that now science is beginning to prove them. So think about the verse in Exodus 20, verse 5. I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me. So the good news, though, is that even if epigenetic modifications are transmitted to offspring, that they are reversible, like Ezekiel 18:14 through 17 says. So it's so neat to me that epigenetic patterning could be the means that God punishes several generations of children for the sins of their fathers, but he also says that he will bless generations of children for parental faithfulness. So that's hope for those of us that are parents.